everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Core Studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got a fun one for you with the most underrated commanders that you need to build right now. And of course, there is a list of those commanders and a handy-dandy link in the description below in case you want to pick up any of those cards. So with all that said, let's jump into it. First up, Aegar the Freezing Flame, an insanely good commander that is absolutely hidden in the world of Magic, well, by its uncommon symbol. A 3/3 giant wizard for 3 mana, and is it whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage if a giant wizard or spell you controlled dealt damage to it this turn, draw a card. Here's the thing, there are a lot of Magic cards out there, especially commander cards out there, that if it has had less text on them, they would be more popular and more used. This one, essentially, if it didn't say giant or wizard on it, even though that improves the card, literally would make this better. Players would be like, oh yeah, it's better because of that. It's better because it just says damage. Because they can focus on that instead then. Literally just utilizing, again, big damage spells, essentially, is going to give you an insane amount of card draw. Again, literally a card like, Blasphemous Act, you just cast, you're like, okay, cool. Blasphemous Act, wipe out all the creatures. Oh, let me draw like 20 cards for casting a 1-mana spell. Obviously, you need to utilize cards that can also just damage your opponent's creatures, or you can build around indestructible creatures. You can do a lot of things with this kind of a commander, but yeah, the card draw potential is insane. Such an underrated commander. Build around it. Next up, Jorn, God of Winter. Jorn is such a spicy commander, such a good commander, and one that literally, well, should be more played. A 3/3, a legendary snow creature god for 3 mana in green, but it is a Sultai commander. Whenever it attacks, untap each snow permanent you control. The backside, sure, that's nice as well. Cauldron the Rhyme Staff for 3 mana in Dimir. Legendary snow artifact, tap, you may play target snow permanent card from your graveyard this turn. If you do, it enters tapped. Cool. What really matters, though, is the front side. And actually, the back side matters when it comes to getting us, obviously, the colors that we need. But yeah, a Sultai commander that can untap all of our lands at the very least. Again, snow permanents, yeah, I mean, at the very least, just using snow lands, which is very easy to put in a deck, obviously, because they're basics. Yeah, we untap basically our entire swath of lands, giving us double the amount of mana on a turn. Obviously, if you utilize mana doublers, mana triplers, etc., 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 you get even more mana. And yes, you do throw Jorn to the wolves, I mean, basically, right, to be attacking. But you got mana to recast if you need to, or just protect it in a multitude of ways. You got plenty of ways to pump it in this color combination, plenty of ways to get it through. It is a commander that gives you an insane amount of mana, and players just underrate it because they think they have to build the entire deck just around everything being snow. Yeah, you can utilize other snow things too, obviously, and you get extra mana out of those. But hey, yeah, utilize just snow permanents, just snow lands even, and you are golden with a commander like this. Merieke Ri Berit is such an amazing commander, a very old commander from Ice Age, and one that should not be underrated. A 1/1 human for 3 mana in Esper, doesn't untap, you're going to tap, gain control of target creature for as long as you control Merieke Ri Berit. When it leaves the battlefield, it becomes untapped, destroy that creature, can't be regenerated. Yeah, this is a crazy good commander. One that says, hey, you know what we're going to be doing? Controlling the board. I take over the best creatures that I want. They are mine. Those are my creatures. Thank you. And when I'm done with them, I go, okay, cool. Yeah, I've got untap effects where I just untap my commander. And then all of a sudden, that creature goes away. I use it as a removal spell, basically, and then I steal another better creature. This is a crazy good commander that is so good with untap effects. Such a great control commander, and one that literally, again, can just take the best creature on the board at any time. So your opponents will have got to be shaking in their boots when it comes to, well, this being in play, and worrying about the fact that you can just go, oh, that creature, it's actually mine. Thank you. I appreciate that. I always have the best creature on the board thanks to this commander. Moving on, Shu Yun, the Silent Tempest, a 3/2 human monk for 3 mana in blue, but it is a Jeskai commander. It's got prowess and says whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can pay Boros. And if you do, target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Yeah, it's going to be this. This is going to get the double strike. Obviously, you have other ways to grant double strike as well. But yeah, those, combat trick spells, which are supposedly terrible in Commander? This commander makes them incredible and amazing. This is the One Punch Man. You will take out anyone in one hit very quickly, very easily. You go, okay, +3/+3. doubling up here, doubling up there, and with the prowess as well, you can very easily get to 11 power, getting the double strike on it as well, and then when you do, that is a one-shot KO, and of course, there are plenty of ways in this color combination to get it through evasively. Yeah, One Punch Man is so much fun to play. Make sure you check it out, build around it, and dominate your table in absolutely no time with this underrated commander. Jalira, Master Polymorphist, is so much fun and so underrated. Yeah, another uncommon commander with an uncommon effect. A 2/2 human wizard for 4 mana in blue. By paying 3 in blue and tapping, you sacrifice another creature reveal cards from the top of your library until you hit a non-legendary creature card on the battlefield. The rest of your library in random order. This is such a fun commander, and one that, again, literally just like, oh yeah, you just, I don't know, like make like little creature tokens, you sacrifice those, and all of a sudden you hit massive game-ending creatures off the top of your library, left and right. Of course, untap effects allow you to do this multiple times in a turn. Of course, you could build a combo deck around it if you really want to, with certain creatures that combo together. But yeah, at the very least, again, it is a commander that says, hey, you know what we're going to be doing? Spinning the wheel, getting something absolutely massive off the top of our library, and dominating our opponents here, there, and everywhere. Repeat Polymorph? Yeah, sign me up for that. It's such a great, underrated commander. Umori the Collector is an underrated commander, and yeah, like a lot of companions, it gets underrated because players kind of forget that you don't have to use it as a companion. A 4/5 ooze for 4 mana in Golgari. Again, it's got companion, but ignore that, we're playing it as a commander. As it enters battlefield, it's a card type. So as you cast, the chosen type costs 1 less to cast. Again, you can build any deck around this one, any kind of a deck. You can build around instants, sure. Sorcery, sure. Planeswalkers if you want to. Obviously, yeah. Creatures, most definitely. And the most broken out of all of them, artifacts. Yeah, that's right. You can build a Golgari artifact storm list around this one, which is insanely good. Because, yeah, this is the type of commander that says, oh, you know what? My artifacts cost 1 less. Oh, and by the way, a lot of my artifacts just cost 1. So, no, they cost a 0 and free. And I can do some absolutely broken, amazing things with that. So, yeah, if you want to go, like, combo Umori the Collector Artifact Storm, your opponents will never, ever see it coming. You probably should ask your play group first if they're okay with that style of deck, though, because, yeah, it's absolutely brutal to play against. Check out my Joy episodes. But, yeah, such a fun commander, such an underrated commander. Check it out, pick it up, build around it. Greven, Predator Captain, is an incredibly underrated commander. A 5/5 human warrior with menace for 5 mana in Rakdos. Plus Expo 0x the amount of life you lost this turn. Oh, and by the way, whenever it attacks, you can sacrifice the creature. If you do, draw cards equal to its power, lose equal to the toughness. And hey, here's the thing again, you get a benefit when you lose life. So even if you have a high power, high toughness creature, cool. Just all of a sudden, draw an insane amount of cards. Oh, and lose some life, which also pumps this commander into a one-shot KO territory. Yeah, this is the type of commander that just allows you to utilize cards like Wall of Blood, where you're just like, oh yeah, I choose to lose life whenever I want to lose life, and I can just one-shot players left and right with this. All while then again sacrificing those high-power creatures that give me so much extra value. All while utilizing life swap cards to make it so that, oh no, I'm down to 5 life. Whatever shall I do? Hey opponent, you're at 40? Cool. I'll swap life with you. Thank you. You're at 5, I'm at 40. I win! Yeah, you can do a lot of insanely amazing things with this one. Check it out, pick it up, build around it. Sek'Kuar, Deathkeeper, is a crazy good 4/3 Orc Shaman for 5 mana in Jund. Another non-token creature you control dies, create a 3/1 black and red Greyborn creature token with haste. This is such a very simple and straightforward commander that it gets underrated. It is so good. You can go in a lot of different builds. You can go an aggressive build. You can go an aristocrat style build. You can go in an edict effect build. Whatever you want to do, build around this in such a cool way, because this is one that just builds a really solid army again with a good amount of power to it. Again, 3/1s whenever your 9-token creatures die. That is a lot. So utilize those reassembling skeletons, the blood gas, the creatures that, again, actually basically want to die and keep coming back again and again and again. Utilize some death triggers. Utilize some ways to double up death triggers. You got so many cool ways to take advantage of this. Ways to pump your army. Ways to absolutely dominate. And again, those creature tokens have haste. Swing aggressively right away. You do some really crazy, amazing things. There's also combos with this too as well if you really want to. But yeah, such a cool commander. Such a great commander. Check it out. Pick it up. Build around it. And dominate the table. Lorcan, Warlock Collector, is definitely an underrated commander. A 6/6 Devil flying for 7 mana in black. Whenever a creature card is put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, you may pay life equal to its mana value. If you do, put on the battlefield under your control, except say Warlock. Warlock you control would die, exile it instead. yeah, this is a solid commander. One that says, hey, you know what? We are going to be stealing our opponent's best things. We're going to say, hey, you know what? Those are mine now. Your creatures are mine. When they get taken out, they are mine. At the cost of life, sure, but I can choose when that happens. I can choose which creatures I get. I can choose what army I'm getting out of this. And again, yeah, you're in black. You got life swap. You got ways to gain a ton of life, like Great Merchant of Asphodel, expropriate. Not expropriate. Exsanguinate. Expropriate with gross in black. That being said, being able to steal your opponent's armies, being able to utilize them for your bidding, and of course, again, actually having those Warlocks exile when they die is not a massive downside. That means that your opponents will never get those cards back again. So even if they have a graveyard synergy, it doesn't matter. So yeah, this commander does cost a decent amount to get out, but the payoff is absolutely massive. So ramp and then remove your opponent's creatures and steal them for your own. Check it out, pick it up, build around it. And finally, I will forever be just absolutely, well, promoting Myojin Sequence because it's an amazing commander, and you need to build around it right now. It's an underrated commander, a 3/3 for 10 mana spirit. Yeah, that's a lot of mana for a 3/3. Hey, enters the battlefield with a divinity counter on if you cast it from your hand. It's got an indestructible with the divinity counter, and you move a divinity counter from it, you draw a card for each permanent you control. Here's the thing. Yes, it's kind of ridiculous on what you have to do with this one. Absolutely it is. But you know what commander's about? Ridiculous things. Okay, you play it? Sure. Most of the time you have to bounce it back to your hand and then replay it. So you're paying basically 20 mana to get the effect that you want. If you want to go about it in that way, sure, absolutely you can. Or you can play it, and then you can clone it. And then there you go. You have a copy of it that actually gets that divinity counter on it. Because obviously if you're playing it the first time, it's not from your hand, etc., etc., etc. There are ways to get it from your command zone to your hand to play it then still. Yes. That being said, the payoff is game-ending amazing. Again, draw a card for each permanent you control. That is absurd. That is insane. Literally, flood the board with permanents. Again, lands, mana rocks essentially, probably treasures as well. Flood the board, they have a lot of things. Cool, doesn't matter what they are. You just flood the board with them. You get this in play with that divinity counter on it. You proliferate once, and all of a sudden, it has an extra divinity counter on it. Cool. Remove that one. Draw an insane amount of cards. Probably use, it's like dramatic reversal type cards, obviously, and then just get even more mana. Do it again. Proliferate again. It's an amazing commander that is so much fun to pilot, and players underrate it so much that you're going to dominate them. Check it out. Pick it up. Build around it. And with that, this episode is coming to a close, so it's my turn to hear from you. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts are on this episode. And of course, as always, thanks again, and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.